The issue comes in, I think, for most people, if they're looking at this logically, is using it to generate content that we are actually consuming on the screen. Like they're using AI to actually build a character or something from scratch. There's no human involvement in that whatsoever. And I don't think they'll go in that direction, at least right now. But AI is going to be used to do like some of the monotonous tasks, to speed up potentially QA, things like that, to reduce the costs to develop these games, because that is an issue in the industry right now. We know that games are being canceled, studios are being closed, and they're going to have to find ways to improve upon those processes if it wants to continue to grow. So there will be AI used at Xbox. I would bet. I mean, there's no way that there won't be, especially because you look around the industry and even in some of the most beloved games like Arc Raiders, they used AI. So there will be at Xbox in some way. Now, Matt Booty, he continues here about the rumors to enforce some kind of AI directive as well. So he kind of weighs in on this and he says, just as a group, game developers are always eager to adopt new technology. When Photoshop showed up, it took about a month for it to appear in every game studio on the planet because it was so useful. And then he says here, what I hear throughout our studios, it is the people, our artists, our coders, the writers, they're doing the creative work. In my experience, anytime there's a new technology, what happens is there's a need for more specialists, new specialists. It raises the bar on what expectations are for the quality of the games. We got no pressure from Microsoft. There are no directives on AI coming down. So if he's telling the truth, that's an important thing. Our teams are free to use any technologies that might be beneficial, whether it's helping write code or check for bugs. And literally exactly what I just said. I believe they'll use AI for that. They'll help use AI to check for bugs, potentially help write code that, or improve upon code that maybe has already been written by humans, and then they send it through AI to check if there are any errors to help fix those errors. Like those things will be used, I believe, with AI. It says things more in production pipeline. At the end of the day, as Ash has said, we're committed to art made by people. Technology is only in support of that. And personally, I don't see anything wrong with that. People may call me crazy, but I don't see anything wrong with using new tech, AI, to help support the humans to do their job. Will some people be out of a job because of that? That's hard to tell. But I mean, AI is being implemented across pretty much every industry at this point. And it's being used in many ways to support person doing their work. Again, the issue comes in is AI fully create a game from the ground up? I just don't see that happening. But to help in processes, to help in production, it's going to be there. And I don't think that's too crazy of a thing. All right, now the next part, he just goes on about the portfolio, having a great portfolio, committed to supporting the games in the portfolio. He also mentions one of the things that I think is important, and I'll have to really see this going forward into the future to believe it, but basically continuing with that spirit of allowing creative games to be made. Not everything is going to be the biggest hit. He says here, specifically, we cannot lose the ability to have those places where little sparks can grow into something big. And the creative environment that lets us take bets and creative risks has to be part of Xbox's culture. We are committed. Our studio system is built for that. That's been Xbox, I would say, for a lot of this generation. And I hope they don't lose that. Like a game like Kiln dropping, it's a creative game. It probably won't be very successful, but they're allowing that to be made. Keeper, phenomenal artistic experience. Game obviously did not sell like a ton of money, probably didn't make any money, or maybe a very little bit of money. If we didn't have that experience, we would be way worse off as gamers than having it, because I think it's such a cool game and such a cool experience. So I hope that is the case. I hope they aren't just shutting it off here, because those games are in development already. That's the thing. I hope they aren't shutting it off there. And the reason I am somewhat concerned is because of the way that the industry has gone. And you're seeing a lot of studios and a lot of big companies step back from being creative and just doubling and tripling down on the sure bets. And I don't see why Microsoft would be any different than that right now, with the risk of layoffs, studio closures, and game cancellations. So we'll wait and see over the next coming years whether they do stay committed to that. I'm still somewhat skeptical right now, but we'll see. My fingers crossed that they do, and what he's saying is good for that. Now, those are the major things that they do talk about. They also go over a little bit here about the challenges the next 25 years of Xbox. This is the last thing that Ashish Sharma does say, we know that the business has gone through some challenges. I'm going to use my expertise and the leaders that have deep gaming depth around the table to help us grow the business and make sure that we have an incredible next 25 years. I will listen, I will learn, I will communicate what we're seeing and what we're doing. I think from here, the work is proof over promise. Matt and I are in it every hour of every day of every night. I am fully in this thing. This team has brought it back before, and I'm here to help us do it again. So she's, like I said in my previous video, she's gonna have a huge amount of people under her that are gonna be making the decisions or helping her make the decisions, giving her the feedback that she needs. So that's why I say, when it's, you don't need to be a gamer to be a CEO, because you're gonna have a bunch of people under you that understand the industry better than her, and then help her along to make the best decisions possible, which then brings up the question, why did they even hire her? She has no idea about anything in this industry at all. There's other reasons she was hired. We don't 100% know. Things that we are hearing is the user acquisition side of things. She's very good at getting people to try things out, to try a product, all of that stuff. She may have had confidence from Sadia. Like, those are some of the reasons as well.